Hello, everyone. We are watching TheMista play as Frey, and I'm watching this live, so I don't know how this game is going to go, but we're going to be focusing on TheMista playing as Frey, and Kimo is playing as Ra, but we will have our focus on TheMista. Why? Well, I've been talking to Mista about this major god Frey, and it's funny because a lot of people think Frey is underpowered, probably myself included in that. But then Mista, he says Frey is actually really good. He ranks him really highly on his personal tier list. So I've been talking to him about Frey, and I'll see if I can give some good insight in this match here as we go along. Because I expect Mista to win this one. I've seen him play Frey, and he's so good at it. So just look at what he's doing here. He's getting a dwarf over on the gold mine. He's getting pickaxe. And he's getting an ox cart there. He's getting 3 on food, 2 on wood. I think this is pretty standard for Frey. But one thing you'll notice that Mista does here is he won't get hand axe. In the build order that I posted on my YouTube with Frey, I do get hand axe, but Mista says, no, this will delay you too much. And the resources that you spend on getting the hand axe means you will not have resources for hearses and something else. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. But later on in the game, I'm going to show you what he's going to spend the resources on. You're going to see it pretty soon, I think. Really amazing start here for Mista. He's got 8 cows already. And just talking about the matchup, Frey versus Ra on Elfheim. Super defensive map and 2 super defensive major gods. So we're looking at potentially two players here going for a bit of a boom. Mista missing these 2 cows. That's a bit weird. He shouldn't be doing that. Rare mistake from TheMista. Getting these cows is so important. Maybe not so much versus Ra. Maybe this is actually the one matchup where it doesn't matter too much, but you really gotta get your cows otherwise. But yeah, like I said, Mista, he's not getting the hand axe. He just doesn't like getting it. And he's doing a great job with these 2 wood choppers. He's sharing the ox cart with the straggler trees. So he's got 6 on food and 2 on wood right here. We're not going to go over the build order. The one thing you guys will notice about Mista when you watch his games is that his build orders are not intricate. They're not out of the ordinary. He's not the type of player who does stuff like that. He excels in other places that is not build orders. So you watch TheMista to learn the game because he is, I think, the master at it right now. He is the master of Ancient Mythology Retold, but it's not because of the build orders. It's other things that he's good at. Interesting temple placement here, outside of his base, pretty much exposed. But I can already tell you now why he's building a temple here. And before long, I think... really? Okay. This is out of the ordinary for Mista. Usually he'll get a second Berserker. But he doesn't do that this game. Maybe because he's versus Ra, he kind of knows that Kimo's going to go for a 2 TC boom either way. And he just doesn't want to get it. So now he's getting husbandry. Still no hand axe, because he wants the Herser instead. He wants those infantry units out, so he can build stuff in the classical age. And then the hand axe, maybe he'll get it now, we'll see. Should probably get it at some point. Either way. Reason he's building the temple here is because he's going Uller, and when he gets to the classical age, he's going to build a hill fort over here on this location, in between his first base and the secondary TC. And this is such a good secondary TC because there's a gold mine, there's hunt, and there's a nice protective forest and a back forest too. So this TC has everything. And Mista sort of wants to slowly make his way over to this TC. Sees these cows now and he's going for it. There is an option now for Mista. Since he is versus Ra, he could go for the forward town center as well. See what he decides on here. See, he's just, like I said, he's just slowly inching his way over to this town center. This is how he prefers to play Frey. Still no hand axe. There is that hill fort, like I said. This hill fort, if it goes up, which it should, it's going to protect this gold mine, this wood line, this hunt, this town center. So it's just massive, massive value with this hill fort. And Kimo, I did say I was going to look at just TheMista, but Chemo, he's very predictably just going for a 2 TC boom. Mista doesn't know this, but he is scouting with this Berserk here, so he was hoping he would find something over here, but instead he's going to be a bit delayed with his scouting. But he's gonna see the second TC either going up or already gone up, and he sees it now. So let's look at Mista now. His resources are up here. I highly suspect he's gonna get 350 wood, 315 gold, and then he's gonna build this town center now. Once he knows that the Egyptian player is 2 TC booming and he's playing Norse, he says in his head, alright, I gotta just mirror the 2 TC boom, because that favors the Norse. If both players are booming, this is good for the Norse player. Especially Frey, because Frey has got all these cheap upgrades, and if he gets to heroic age relatively fast, he's gonna start making those upgrades really early, and as soon as those heroic age upgrades are in, bruh, you are zooming when you're playing Frey, because you've got so many resources for free with those half-price technologies. So, yeah, really slow game. It is to be expected, like I said in the beginning of the game. Ra, Frey on Alfheim, 2 defensive gods on the most defensive maps. On the most defensive map, there's not going to be a lot of action here in the beginning. Nevertheless, very much to learn here from the way that Mr. plays. Just taking it really slowly, scouting what your opponent is up to, and placing the hill fort properly so that you can get this TC up without any fear of being stopped, basically. I can't help but just look at Chemo here. He's got 4 farms there, and he's got like 11 farms here or something. So it's a really good rain, and he's playing Ra with 2 monuments, so he can recast rain potentially 2 more times if he likes. That can be really, really strong. But back to Mista. Building a great hall, building an armory. Reason he's getting these 3 buildings here is to start getting the upgrades. Already now he's got the medium infantry, but he wants the medium cavalry, and he wants to start getting the armory upgrades as well. Other than that, he's got all the upgrades here, except for farming, because that would just be a waste right now.
Yeah.
Interesting here, he's built 4 dwarves and put them onto food. If any of you have seen my other Frey videos on my YouTube, I always complain about this. You're floating gold when you're playing Frey. It's really hard not to. So what Mr. does is he just builds dwarves onto hunt. Still doing it. It is ineffective, but it is better than insisting on just using dwarves on gold.
Yeah.
Now moving up to the bears, gonna take the berries afterwards. Slowly starting to wall up the map, and Mista is just chill and calm. He knows that he's playing Frey. When he gets to the heroic age, which he's about to, he is advancing to the heroic age now. He knows when he gets there and those heroic age technologies start rolling in, he will be in a better spot than his opponent. So know this, when you're playing Frey, just play calm and collected. If your opponent is booming, say that is a golden opportunity to do the same, and then easily go heroic age yourself. Now, let's once again look what Chemo is doing here. Just hit the heroic age, and this is beautiful from Chemo. He's empowering this monument so that all of these houses are being empowered while built, and the Migdal stronghold. And his wood camp, all his farms, and this mining operation is all being buffed by the Pharaoh too. Over here, Chemo, where's your... You only have 1 priest. I would have loved to seen a priest over here. Especially with this many gold miners on it, but alas. Back to Mista. He is getting... Are you seeing this? He's pre-queued all these technologies, and he's getting the unique Bragi upgrades. This is just ridiculous. This is how you play Frey, guys, if you didn't know already. Well, it's one way. I still think my way of just staying classical is kind of fun too. But this is definitely a really good way to play Frey. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like he's got like 9 upgrades or so cute. I'm not even sure if you see everything here. Another rain used by Chemo. It's really smart. It's what you gotta do when you're playing Ra, I think. And then the Camel Riders as well. Getting a kill on a Herser, that's really good. Obviously, by no means game winning at this stage, but it's the kind of thing you want to do when you've got this nice mobile army of Ra here. Looking at the villager situation, Chemo is actually ahead by 7. He's using rain a lot. And this is why he's ahead in score too. I think actually in terms of economy, Chemo is ahead right now. But then these technologies that you're seeing up here, they're about to kick in for TheMista soon enough. And when they do, I suspect that we're going to see some Frey domination. There's the Gulin Bursty, just getting some value out of the boar there. Ever so slight amount of value. What? Chemo using shifting sands? Oh, it's over here to stop the TC. It's honestly a really nice use of shifting sands, I think. But all the technologies for TheMista, they're in now. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. There's heavy cavalry. There's a bunch of armory upgrades. And even with the shifting sands, TheMista is able to get this TC up. I like that play from Chemo a lot. I liked it a lot. But Mista was, I don't know if he was prepared for it, but he was in too strong a position. Wait, flaming weapons was used? Oh, that's why he was able to do it. It's really good for Chemo then, because this was a lost fight for Chemo, but he forced the flaming weapons, and now he's going Osiris. And you know, if there's one thing you can do when you have Osiris, is get that Son of Osiris going, start a forward build up here with Migdal Stronghold, Siege Works, Walls, and all of that, and you can really start sieging down a location such as this one, for example. We'll see if Chemo manages to do that. Maybe TheMista knows kind of what's up, that he has to get a bit more map presence now. I don't know if he smells the fast heroic coming in from Chemo. Honestly, this is really well played by Chemo. Almost feeling bad for him now that I'm focusing so intensely on TheMista, but this is really well played by Mista too. He's on 3 town centers. He's got all of these upgrades that you've seen throughout the game. And even though Osiris is coming in soon enough, I think Mista might still be prepared for it. He has certainly got a gold mine here, gold mine here, gold mine here, so gold will not be an issue for him. Still food left here. Got a few cows left. Soon enough he'll have... Wait, there's berries here as well. So he doesn't even have to do his farm transition just yet. It's gonna be interesting when the Osiris hits. This is being played on the tournament patch, by the way, where Mythic Age is 30 seconds slower than it used to be. So that's why Osiris is not in just yet. It takes a whopping 2 minutes to get to the Mythic Age now. Mista still deciding to stay in the Heroic Age. And look at that, Mista, he just keeps queuing up technologies. Even queuing up Vidar for good measure. That's the third. Is that the third or fourth rain from Chemo? Can see it here. That's the third rain from Chemo. But he's gonna have a rockin' economy. Son of Osiris is in as well, and what he really needs now, I think, is a forward Migdal, forward towers even, walls, stuff like that. He doesn't want to lose this Son of Osiris, so he has to be protected. Needs catapults desperately, if you're asking me. Good job getting that third TC too. And like you know, he's using rain now, so he's floating a lot of food now. See what he wants to use that on. Meanwhile, Mista just building up an army. He's at 195 population. Wait, he's overpopulated? Yeah, he lost a house. So he's at 200 population pretty much. And this is a good job by Chemo, like I said. It's a really nice job. TheMista has started going to the Mythic Age now, as you can see here. He's under a lot of pressure. Chemo is doing a good job, and I think Mr. doesn't really want to take this fight because he knows how good the Son of Osiris is, even or especially with the Mummy backup as well, plus just all the good general Ra units here. Bit unfortunate for Chemo, no catapult in just yet, and he doesn't have the population for it either, so you could call it a blunder as well. Like, he's unable to take this TC down with all of this, with such a good position Chemo's in. He doesn't have the population for siege weapons. Like, it's a bit of a blunder if you ask me. Look at TheMista's economy. Look at TheMista's economy. The reason he's got so many resources here is because every time he's getting upgrades, they're so ridiculously cheap. They're so ridiculously cheap that he doesn't know what to do with all these resources. He's like the guy on the meme who cannot carry stuff, and it's just food, wood, and gold favored too. Bit of a graphic blunder here. I don't know why it's looking like this. It's a bit weird. But Mista, about to hit Mythic here with Vidar. Are we gonna see it? The sick Inferno God power used maybe here onto the Son of Osiris. Bit too risky maybe. He's trying to get these units into position. Will give him some nice vision as well. If I know Mista right, he's gonna try to hit the Son of Osiris with this God power. Here he comes. The Venomous Wolf. Blast. Huge Inferno there. Taking all of these units down to something like 10-20% HP. And Son of Osiris now almost isolated. Although he does manage to escape somewhat. Fafnir just coming in and finishing the job. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Frey, you just sit back, you don't really do anything except get your cheap technologies rolling, and then this is gonna happen. Champion cavalry, bronze weapons, bronze armor, and there's so many more technologies still coming. There's the Son of Osiris dead to the throwing axeman. Hello? The power here from Frey is just too much for Chemo. And I think there was maybe a 1, 2, 3 minute timer where Chemo actually had the upper hand, but he didn't have the catapults out there. And that's ultimately why TheMista can claim victory in such an overwhelming manner here. Once TheMista got to the Mythic Age with that Inferno God power, with all his Heroic Age God powers in, and with Champion Cavalry coming in too, it's just too much for Chemo, man. Hope you liked this game. Like I said, this was live, but at the same time, I just knew what was about to strike Chemo, because I've seen Mr. play Frey before, and he does it so well. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later.